What is up, YouTube? We are back. I wanted to do a video today, origin story, kind of like a recap, kind of like the steps that I had to take to get good and become Capcom Cup champion. So I know my camera's probably blocking the date right now, but as of today, it is April 15, 2023. 14 years ago, I got my first fighting game. Well, not my first fighting game, but I got a fighting game called Street Fighter 4 on my... Did I have it on my PS3 or my Xbox? I don't even remember. But I had Street Fighter 4. And, you know, I was a masher. You know, I had an older brother to play with. Me and my brother would just play Street Fighter 4. We were mashers. We were bad at the game. You know, I'm not going to lie. But fast forward maybe 2 years after Street Fighter 4 came out, and the best fighting game ever launched. And, you know, I got to keep it honest over here. And I got to show you guys the best fighting game right here, which is Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Can't deny that. But I gotta acknowledge the amazing intro of this game. This game was just sleek. Everything about this game is perfect. And I may be in denial, but this is the best fighting game. Did I like Vanilla Marvel? Oh, yeah, I did like Vanilla Marvel. Golden fighting game. This game got me into the entire fighting. It got me into the fighting game community. I was not good at Marvel 3 when it first came out, but this game actually made me want to get good at fighting games. This game opened my eyes to the FGC. This game made me look up tournaments, look up combos, made me really want to get good at fighting games. And I know people always be like, oh, but you know, you started on Street Fighter 4. To be honest, I played Street Fighter 4 in the beginning. I was a masher, and I thought that game was kind of boring. But I found the one fighting game that kind of got me really to want to keep turning on the game, exploring combos, exploring tech, exploring setups. And yeah, this is kind of how the journey began. And since I was in New York City, I was fortunate enough to have a lot of locals to go to in the beginning. And I went to plenty of locals over the years. Well, the most famous local being NLBC. But yeah, Marvel 3 was kind of the game that got me into fighting games. And I went to plenty of locals. And funny enough, even in the beginning, I wasn't even well enough respected, because I had to go deep through the archive to find this old challenge bracket. This was probably the best I ever did at a local NLBC, and I wasn't even good enough for Henry to put my name correctly, because I don't know who the F David F is, but that's me. That is me. Not even enough respect to actually have my correct name. But I remember going to this local, because I did go to NLBC 100, and I remember I was so hyped that I beat Noel Brown in bracket, and I went so far. I remember I lost to Flux and Ray Ray, and if you look at the bracket, you can actually see me lose to Flux and Ray Ray. But losing to Flux and Ray Ray, like two well-established Marvel players, had me realize that, you know, I was pretty good. I was doing pretty good, and like I wanted to keep grinding and getting better at Marvel. I went to plenty of like other NLBC for Marvel, but I wasn't really, I mean, I was good, but like I wasn't that good. And then, you know, the story continues. This is somewhere, what was it, December 10th, 2014. I was still very young at the time, but even going from NLBC 100, getting washed in Marvel, I went to a whole bunch of other tournaments. You know, I got to bring up the time I went to NLBC for MK11. Look at that. You're Capcom Cup champion. Well, 0-2. This guy sucks. How is he so bad at video games? He was bad in the beginning as well. 0-2 in MK11. I mean, MKX. So, I wasn't good starting out. Like, I was bad, just like everyone else. I needed to get better, going 0-2 in bracket, going to my locals, getting smoked, wasting my $20. But you know, I kept going out, kept grinding, kept losing until, you know, I think around the time, because that's May 13th, 2015, I went to the first Street Fighter 5. It just came out because it was February 2016, I think Street Fighter 5 came out, and I went to the first Street Fighter 5 bracket, the one held on Wednesday, because I was still in school at the time, and I'm still getting smoked But I went to the first my first Street Fighter 5 bracket. You guys can see some familiar spaces. You got Art, got OG Shine, got F3 Alucard here, Chris Hu, Tenchi, and look at that, iDom 6-2, 5th place, still being bad. I got double Jeopardy by Shine. Lost to Shine Shitty Nash, and I lost to Karen and Loser. But you know, kept losing. I still losing. Still never got anything. Never got top 3. I don't think I got to play on street. Well, no, I kept going. Never really got top 3 in a bracket. Just kept losing. You know, I gotta bring this up for flashback purposes. Shout outs to Team Spooky for having this. Look at that guy. Look at that guy right there. That's young iDom getting smoked by Shine. I think this was my first time I ever got to play on stream at NLBC. Yeah, this was my first Street Fighter 5 tournament I went to. Yeah, this is my first Street Fighter 5 tournament I ever went to. It was NLBC 3. This was the first. Yeah, I didn't even play in online tournaments at the time. So, yeah, you know, young iDom over here. No hair, no braids. You know, normal guy. I lost to Shine's. No, I beat Shine's Karen, and then he switched to Nash because Nash was OP in the first season. I would play out the entire match, but I hate looking at this match because I'm so bad at the game. And yeah, you know, if we skip to the end, I think I did lose to Shine's Nash.
Yeah, I mean, when they won that European tournament,
she's not easy to play at all. She's definitely not like beginner friendly.
Oh, and I got my backup too. Laura's not beginner friendly and not easy to play.
Like compared to like players that know what they're doing, it's really not easy to play her.
It's not. Wow.
Look at that max range anti-air.
But yeah, I did lose to Shine's Nash in 2016. That was way back when. Still never got top 3. Getting smoked by, you know, everyone who's going out to tournaments playing. But you know, that didn't deter me from getting better because I did get 5th at this tournament, and I kept grinding. So I went back home salty, didn't get top 3, got smoked by Shine's Nash. But I kept going to the weekend battle circuits. And as the weekend battle circuits kept going on, there was ones on Saturday. It was hard for me to go out to the ones on. It was hard for me to go out to the ones on Wednesday because, you know, school, responsibilities, can't do anything. I kept going out, grinding, going to the weekend ones. You know, I won NLBC Weekend Edition. Yeah, there's only 8 players here, but I'm actually getting good practice in and playing a lot of strong players. Got to play Sean Y, got to play Shine. Again, as you guys see, you know, there's another weekend battle circuit that I played. Played Sabo, Sketch. There was another one where I played Sanford in Grand Finals, but that was too deep in the archive. And then Henry told me, you know, I gotta stop winning all the weekend ones because I won like 5 of them in a row, all the weekend NLBCs. I kept playing, and then I got to NLBC 26, I think it was, which I had to play Alucard, and I could not beat Alucard for the life of me. This was like the first time I got in Grand Final on a Wednesday NLBC, and I was so excited. I was so nervous playing against Alucard, which it's crazy looking back at all these archives to see all the old faces again.
Yo, you gotta watch out. They got money.
Where, can I find a picture of myself? Yeah, I'm not even in the cut. But I cannot beat Alucard for my life. But, you know, trying my best. As you guys can see, I think if I skip to the end, I did lose to Alucard here as well. Yeah, I couldn't beat. I still remember I could not beat Alucard. Beating Alucard was so hard for me.
Alright guys, this concludes another week of NLBC. I'm calling it. I have no faith in anyone.
Henry already counted me out.
Just getting mauled on. I told you to get the money already. Why are you still sitting here?
Why did I do that? Oh my god.
Show items to the bathroom. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I got destroyed by Alucard. Long story short, could not beat Alucard for the life of me. That was, when was that? That was still like sometime in 2016. 8-minute grand final, I got smoked. Yeah, bro, beating Alucard was impossible. And then, you know, I got my first ever win. Funny enough, against a familiar face, T.S. Saban. I beat Art in grand finals, and I still have the archive. I still have the archive for this one as well. and I still wasn't good at the game, but I was able to beat Art. And but all I'm trying to say is how you get good at fighting games, you really just gotta continue the grind, keep staying strong. You know, even you can lose. I lost a million tournaments before I actually won my first local, which is even crazy to say. So it is kind of just practice, grind. We're definitely in a different era where you kind of don't. Well, I mean, you should go to locals because you get the best practice at local. But there's plenty of online tournaments, but yeah, there's plenty of local, plenty of like ways to get better. It is all just a grind set. Every player was bad in the beginning. Don't believe any player that says, yeah, you know, I just started fighting games and I was godlike. We were all bad in the beginning. Look at me jumping a million times, not knowing how to fight Dawson.
Oh wow, got lucky. Whatever it was, it got shimmied, but still, iDom wasn't able to capitalize off it. Nice standing jab anti-air, very fast, 3 frames. Oh.
When was this? This was 2018. I think this is still early 2018. I mean 2016. Not even 2018. This is early 20. What you call it? Damn it. But yeah, that was the first NLBC I ever won. I did, funny enough, beat Art in grand finals. But you know, that was 7 years ago, and now fast forward, I'm really good at this game. But yeah, I started off with Marvel, went all the way to Street Fighter V, and I just kept grinding and kept playing. I really just feel like people need to realize that the mindset is to just practice, play. You know, it's a long road. Nobody starts off good. I played basically Marvel 3 in 2011. Kept getting smoked, kept going to my local even though I kept getting smoked. There were a lot of other NLBCs that I definitely went like 0-2 or 1-2 or 2-2. Didn't even get top 3. Like I said, I think the first time I ever got top 3 at an NLBC was, I think, I went fourth was the closest I got in Marvel. But I think, yeah, I want to say Street Fighter V was the first time I ever got top 3. And then, funny enough, Street Fighter V was the first game I ever won. But, you know, it just takes practice. And I do feel like if you get good at one fighting game, all the doors open up for other fighting games as well. So, you know, I just want to give you guys like a background or like a inspirational thing, trying to give you guys like a background or a highlight of how I got good at fighting games, where my start came from, and how bad I was in the beginning to how good I got at fighting games now. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. You know, I'm still trying to grow the YouTube channel, doing more content and stuff, and I will see you guys next video. Peace.